going down. It's going down, 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 down. It's going
Fuck you! Why are you doing all the pushing out of the company? Fuck you! What's that gonna go for? Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! What are you?
Oh my god, folks, I apologize. Alright, anyways, hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Jeff S., TrueKnowledge in the house, once again, co-host of the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. And I'm here with Nate the Great, the host of With Great Power YouTube channel and podcast. And we are both with the Minds of Creativity Network, of course, and happy to be there. And Nate is also a featured creator at the ASAP Sports Network. And thank you very much, Nate, for being here with me.
I'm happy to be here.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm happy to be here with Nate. To be honest with you, Nate's a good friend of mine, and we're here to do a Moon Knight MCU Marvel trailer, Super Bowl spot trailer 2 of Moon Knight reaction. We were just talking about this. We don't know if it's we don't know if we should call it a teaser or if we should call it trailer 2. Essentially, I guess it is kind of like trailer 2, but it's only like 35 seconds. So,
Longer than the first one.
Well, no. I mean, the first Moon Knight trailer was like 1 minute, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was like 10 seconds. Yeah.
No. The first Moon Knight trailer, it was like a full minute.
Oh.
It still wasn't very long. So, all right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. Let's do this Moon Knight reaction.
Wow. Như vậy thì
You like that? That fucking guy, he was sitting there doing an interview or whatever on that show. His cell phone rang. He just took that bitch and just threw it against the wall.
I thought you were going to do one of those, hey, Nate, why are you messing with the stream again?
No. I'm saving that for later, Nate. I'm saving that for later, bro. That's coming later. So anyways, folks, all right, now we will actually go ahead and get into this this Moon Knight Super Bowl TV spot deal. Here we go. Okay, we gotta watch that again. That's so quick. We gotta watch that again. But hold on, though.
The tattoo.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nate. Go ahead.
There was a moving there's a tattoo that was moving on his arm. Of weights.
I didn't notice it moving. I just saw the tattoo.
Yeah, it was moving. The weights, like the weight itself wasn't moving on his arm, but like it was kind of going back and forth like that, just for like 2 to 3 seconds.
Okay. So there's not much to really work with in that spot. It's very quick. And at least a little tiny bit of it is actually from the first trailer. Actually, it is. It's some of that. Some of it is actually some of the same footage from the first trailer.
The quote was from the first trailer as well.
Yes. One thing I can honestly say that I did notice that makes that pops in my head watching that is Ethan Hawke, as the villain or whatever, like of the series or whatever. I'm not sure what his character's name is going to be called yet. I don't know. I'm sure that information is probably available. I can probably look it up. But either way, did you see like that towards the end of the spot, Nate? Did you see that like that purple energy or that purple dome?
Yes, I noticed that.
Like, I don't know what the hell that was about, but I'm wondering if that was connected somehow to like the Ethan Hawke villain. You know what I mean? Like he somehow had something to do with that. I don't know. Again, it was so quick. that sometimes, folks, when you do these reactions, especially with stuff like this that's only 30 seconds long, I mean, okay. Ethan Hawke's character in the Moon Knight series is called Arthur Harrow. He doesn't have an actual like character like name or like a supervillain name or anything like that. I will tell you this though, folks. Before they actually released the Moon Knight trailer and everything officially, when you would go and you would search the Moon Knight Disney Plus series or whatever on DuckDuckGo or Google, and it would pop up, Sharon Carter would pop up as one of the actors in the show. They had her, Emily Van Camp, Sharon Carter. She actually was. They showed her as being a part of the series, and then as soon as they dropped the trailer, they removed her like from the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
That would have been neat if they would have had her in the series. Honestly, I would have loved that.
Yeah, I would have too. I'm wondering if...
I freaking love Sharon Carter, man. I'm a huge Sharon Carter fan.
I'm wondering if they weren't supposed to release that yet, but somebody accidentally did.
No, she's not in the show.
Oh, okay.
She's not in the show. No, because think about it, man. If she was legitimately in the show, don't you think she would have been in that first trailer?
No, and I say that because Andrew, because both of the Spider-Mans that were in the Spider-Man 3, they weren't in the trailer.
Yeah, but hold on. That's a totally different kind of scenario, man. Come on now.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about Sharon Carter here, Agent 13 or whatever from the comic books or whatever, that literally is like an interconnected secondary character in the MCU, a face of the MCU and whatnot. Don't you think that if she was actually in the Moon Knight series, they would want to show her in the first trailer?
I think so, maybe.
I mean, hey, remember Falcon and the Winter Soldier? They sure as hell made sure that she was in those trailers.
That's true, and she wasn't there until, what, 4th episode?
Third,
okay.
Third.
Yeah.
Third was the one with that freaking awesome action scene with her at the docks or whatever, where she fought all those thugs.
Oh, yes.
Like, one after another. You know what I mean? Like, they kept coming up, and she kept, like, beating them up. Dude, like, she was, like, protecting or, like, doing cover for, like, for Sam and Bucky, and Nemo. When
I remember that, except that I thought it was for some reason I was thinking that the fighting scene was in the 4th one instead of 3rd. But...
No, that was the 3rd episode.
Okay.
Yeah, 3rd episode, and that was when they were interrogating the Hydra scientist.
Oh yes, yeah, I remember.
Yep, and then Zemo put his mask on for the first time, and like
okay.
and then he went like crazy and started like with a gun and everything and whatnot, and he started taking out the thugs.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
That was
like a standout episode from that series. But either way, back to the Moon Knight trailer. Let's watch it one more time since it's so quick, and we will go ahead and give you guys our final reactions based off this second look. Because honestly, at 30 seconds a pop, you kind of got to watch this bitch twice.
It must be very difficult.
Okay, hold on a minute.
That was the moving tattoo I told you about.
Okay, hold on. Who the hell is that khonshu that's like behind Marc Spector when it starts? Let's see. Pay attention to what do you know what I'm talking about, Dave? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Meat?
hats off to like Marvel Studios when it comes to these trailers and like the music that they've been putting in these trailers for a minute now. I want to say for a while, pretty much every trailer that's come out for the MCU for months and months. Oh, like for the whole year of 2021, I want to say, pretty much. All the freaking music in the trailers was great. What do you think, Nate? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
You know? I mean, the Shang-Chi trailers, the music was great. I loved it. And I love whoever that is, whoever that song is, whoever that artist is or whatever, during the Moon Knight trailer. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I should definitely look that up at some point, but I have no idea who that character was or what that was behind Marc Spector when the trailer starts. I couldn't tell. But I don't know how you feel about it.
You're not supposed to know.
No, maybe not. I'm liking, I think, so far, every time they're showing anything having to do with him in Egypt and the pyramids and all that and whatnot, like, you know, his introduction, like how he becomes Moon Knight, you know, like when he gets deserted out there in the desert and whatnot and everything, you know, like from his comic book origin, you know, when he was a mercenary and shit, and he ends up like dying, right? And like Khonshu pops up, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, offers him a deal, you know, like, hey, I'll bring you back to life if you decide to like let me be a part of you and shit, and you have to become like my weapon of vengeance or whatever, you know, and become Moon Knight, because Khonshu is like the god of vengeance, if I believe, if I'm correct. I don't know, Nate, how much did you know about Moon Knight from a comic book standpoint or whatever going into like the series?
Not a lot. I did know. Yeah, it's not a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, honestly, Nate, to tell you the truth, I really don't think that a lot of the MCU fans out there, especially in your age group, right? You know, like the 18 to like 20 to like 24, 25, 28-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? You know, that typically aren't going to be comic book fans, right?
Yeah.
That wouldn't have read like the older Marvel comics, right? The ones I read. You know, just because of like the difference in age and generations. You know, I feel like a lot of them are in the same spot. You actually probably know more about Moon Knight than they do. You know?
Yeah.
I think going into the series, even a lot of older like MCU fans, even people my age and older, probably don't know that much about Moon Knight. You know, the Moon Knight comic book itself was not that popular. It was not like a big, you know, huge comic for Marvel.
Yeah.
Moon Knight, honestly, in Marvel Comics, was more of a secondary character. He was not a, you know, he was not like a Spider-Man. He was not a Ghost Rider. You know, he was not the Punisher. He was that guy or that character that would like team up with somebody else, you know, in their comic. You know what I mean? You know, like that kind of character basically. But in the MCU now, it's not going to be like that. Because I think that, honestly, they're going to feature Moon Knight, and they're going to try to really build him up as an individual character in the MCU.
Yeah, I think so.
You know? Or Wilds give him his own Disney Plus series.
I mean, they're giving Groot his own Disney Plus series.
Oh God! Don't even get me started with the Groot series. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. I'm telling you right now, folks. I'm telling you right now. I'm putting it officially out there. I am not watching the freaking Groot, whatever it is, special or whatever. I'm not watching it. I like Groot. Don't get me wrong. Groot's cool, but I cannot. I'd have to imagine whatever the hell like his show's gonna be about is not gonna be all that. It's not gonna be like something I'm gonna like. But it might be better than Ironheart is gonna be, or Miss Marvel.
Okay.
But then again, hey, it might even be better than Captain Marvel 2. You know, hell, maybe they should just make Groot Captain Marvel and get rid of Brie Larson. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Captain Marvel 2 would be better. But no, Moon Knight's an interesting character, right? As we kind of wrap this up, just because, you know, he's a character where he could go in either direction when it comes to like which team they decide to put him on. Like he could be in the Avengers, right? Like in the comics, he's in the Avengers. Or they could put him with the Midnight Suns characters. With Ghost Rider and Blade, Morbius, right?
Okay.
Yep. Because he fits into that too. You know? Because he does have some of that supernatural stuff going on. With khonshu and all that, you know what I mean? He does have powers. Like through khonshu.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I guess you could basically call him like a superhuman or whatever, like he is, you know? Like, you know, he does have superpowers, but not to the level of, like, for instance, Captain Marvel. You know, like, you know, or Thor, you know? Okay, so what do you think? What are your final thoughts on the TV spot?
It was a. I'm kind of. I kind of expected it to. I kind of want it to be sooner than March 30th.
Oh hell yeah! What are you kidding me? Who doesn't?
You know, maybe like early March, or heck, maybe tomorrow. But I'm really anxious to see when, you know, what happens for this. You know, the one thing that CW does have that MCU does not have is that CW has a new show every week, basically.
What do you mean?
No.
Like an actual new titled show?
New title episode.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. The Moon Knight series is going to be like a week-to-week episode series.
Yes. But CW's gap is a whole lot less than an MCU.
Oh, gap. Okay. So what you're saying is they line their shows up back to back to back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, Nate, and like you and folks out there in the audience, I have no freaking idea at all why Marvel Studios did not just go ahead and have a series ready to go after Hawkeye. You know what I mean? Like, or after Boba Fett. After Book of Boba Fett. I don't know why they didn't have
I can see. I agree with you there. I can see if they, you know, put a break there because of, you know, because of some Star Wars shows coming out or whatnot. But,
yeah, but no, like, I mean, even with Book of Boba Fett, right, being over, they could have squeezed in another 6-episode series even before the Moon Knight March 30th series.
Yeah,
it would have been close, right? It would have been close, but like, you know, they could have. So it makes you wonder, like, you know, why did Marvel Studios decide that it was a good idea to have a complete gap without any MCU content, right? When did Hawkeye end? At the end of December?
End of December. Yeah,
okay.
I think it was the 23rd. Was the last
okay. So the end of December. Moon Knight comes out on March 30th, which is essentially April, right?
Yeah.
You know, essentially. So Marvel decided to go ahead and go 3 months straight with no Disney Plus Marvel series.
Now, even though Arrowverse's shows are not as good as MCU's, the gap that CW is having right now, the Arrowverse is happening right now, is 2 weeks.
Okay.
So basically from February 2nd to, well, almost 3 weeks. So February 2nd to February 22nd.
Either way, folks, it's an interesting question. It is. It's an interesting topic. Wondering like what the thoughts were with Marvel Studios, like why they decided to go in that direction. You know, of course, Book of Boba Fett came out, right? So they did have a Disney Plus series that came out after Hawkeye, but it wasn't Marvel. And it makes you wonder a little bit, like, you know, I mean, honestly, like, look, you know, apparently, like, according to the rumors and according to what Marvel's even said, like some of their official statements and whatnot, like from Kevin Feige's team, like, right, from Alonzo, you know what I mean, and some of his people that have come out and, like, you know, talked about, you know, Phase 5, you know what I mean, like, you know, what titles, what releases and whatnot, like they have in the can, you know what I'm saying? How many that they already have that are like, you know, that are basically like in pre-production already, you know? Like I think that honestly, I want to say that I think his name is Victor Alonso or whatever. I think he came out and said like 2 or 3 months ago that literally that Marvel literally has like 22 different properties, right, that are going to be coming out um, um, uh, after 2021 that they have not named yet, that are actually like in pre-production already. Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about the number, but I knew that they had a lot.
They do. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know it was 22 though.
I want to say it was 22. I want to say it was either 22 or 20 or 24. And let me see. Let me just make sure that I have this accurately. Okay, let's see. Sorry, folks. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Let's see. No. Wait. Let's see. This is gonna bug me, folks. I gotta look this up. You know what? The hell with it. I give up. Oh, I lost Nate, folks. Hey, anyways, look. I'm gonna get out of here, folks. Sorry about that. I was trying to find something real quick online. I wanted to go ahead and answer that question as far as like what Marvel's got in pre-production. But look, for Nate, with great power, YouTube channel and podcast, and me, Jeff S, TrueKnowledge, the host of the MCU'S Bleeding Edge. You know, and of course we are with the Mind Creativity Network. We want to say thank you very much for checking out our reaction. Make sure you make sure you make time to go ahead and watch Moon Knight when it comes out. Please check out the MCU's Bleeding Edge YouTube channel. Please subscribe, ring the bell, like this reaction, drop a comment in the comment section, and we at the MCU's Bleeding Edge do live stream shows every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday evening at 9:20 p.m. Eastern, 6:20 p.m. Pacific. And peace out, folks.